Welcome to ViewTheRace.com. This is the full Vineman Triathlon Bike Course, Part 3. This is miles 66 through 91. Now, everything on this race video you have already done once, so this is the second time around. There will be no new ground on the second loop from this point on. You've already completed the 9 miles of new territory, which were basically miles 55 through 64. And now you're on the West Side Road for the second time going through this part of the course. So if you remember, West Side Road, rolling terrain through the farms and vineyards. Really no major climbs on West Side Road. It's just a lot of winding, rolling terrain. Depending on the weather you have for your race day. My race day started with around 50 to 55 degrees and very cool temperatures, very low humidity and cool. But as the day wore on, it started to heat up pretty quickly, and by the time I got to this point of the course, which we're closing in on mile 70, it definitely was a lot warmer on the second time around compared to the first time around. There were actually a few people that wore arm warmers, at the start of the bike race. But by the second loop, I'm sure they were taking those arm warmers off because it definitely heated up through this stretch. Especially when you got exposed to the sun. It definitely felt a lot warmer. The good news about this part of California, Northern California, is that the humidity is generally low. So it wasn't too humid, but the sun was definitely strong. Crossing through mile 70. Again, beautiful vineyards throughout the course. At this point, you may be sick of seeing the vineyards, to be honest, as it is a pretty constant view throughout the course. The novelty may have worn off by this point, but still a great place to ride a bike and great course to ride on. It's such a long stretch on West Side Road where you're just going through farms and kind of narrow roads. You kind of really, in the back of your mind, are really waiting for that part of the course where you start to hit a city and get back to civilization. Nice flat stretch of the course through here. There are several flat stretches throughout the course, and when you get to it, it's very noticeable because you're like, finally, I am off the rolling parts of the course. A little bit of a break. Okay, as we take a left on Kinley Road. Again, huge vineyard on the left-hand side. Now on race day, there's going to be a water stop right here. I actually pulled over on the side of the road here and took a little break, had a nice little snack. Got some hydration. Let's come up to the stop sign. We're going to take a left on Dry Creek Road. This is a little bit of a busier road. Crossing through mile 75. This is the start of a tough little climb here. It's a long, slow, steady climb. And this is, your legs are going to face something a little bit different here compared to what they were facing on West Side Road. West Side Road is just the rolling hills. This is a long, steady, slow uphill. And it goes on for quite a ways, as you can see. This will definitely hurt the second time around. Just get in a manageable gear and just spin your way up this hill. No need to kill yourself up this hill. Set a light, stop sign, you're going to continue straight. You're really exposed to the sun through this part of the course as well. So definitely as the day heats up, you may start feeling some effects of the heat. So I would highly recommend you really take in a lot of hydration early on in the race, because once it heats up and once you get a little deeper into the event, you're going to really need to be hydrated. And that sun's going to feel very strong at this point of the day. Okay, I'm going to take a right on Canyon Road. And as I've said throughout all the videos about the Vineman, very well marked. You can often see on the video the arrows that they drew right on the road, and there's usually volunteers or arrows, like I said, on the ground that make it very clear where the turns are. And there really aren't that many turns on this course. Very well marked. Again, a little bit of a grinding uphill as soon as you take a right on Canyon Road. And then you're going to have a very fast downhill. You'll remember this from the first time around. Very fast downhill as you go past Route 101. You'll be flying through this stretch. And at the end of the road, you're going to have to stop because you're going to be taking a right. And now we're back on Route 128. As soon as you take this right, it's going to feel like you're getting back into civilization. We're going to enter a small little town. Mentally, it's a nice break to have a little bit of a difference in the terrain and a little bit of a difference in the views on the course. As you go over these railroad tracks, crossing through mile 85. Nice little flat stretch through here. Going over the bridge for the second time. And now you're back to the vineyards and the farms. So you'll really enjoy that stretch through the town. It's like I said, it's a really nice break up to the course. And then you're kind of like right back to work, heading back to the vineyards and farms and the winding roads. It really is incredible on this course how many vineyards that you drive by. It's just endless vineyards on this course. And as you can see, just a lot of small rolling hills, and they tend to add up over time. And by the time you get to this point in the course, your legs are starting to get a little bit beat up by these rolling hills. Okay, after this, we're closing in on the end of video 3. You can go to video 4 and see the last 20 miles of the course. Thank you for viewing the race at viewtherace.com.